Hello, welcome to the Follicle Files.
Anne-Marie, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, no problem.
So let's just have a little bit of a chat about your whole journey to a hair transplant. Tell me, how did it start? What was your first concern?
My hair was thinning at an alarming rate, and I thought I need to do something about this. I'm not ready to lose all my locks just yet. So yeah, I just started investigating how I can get it done, where can I get it done, pros and cons, and then yeah, just booked it.
Did you do anything before you went for a hair transplant? Did you do anything first, like any products or anything?
Not really. No, I think I was taking there was a spray that I was using for a little while.
Yeah.
I used minoxidil, and it was pretty good to be fair, but it wasn't doing what I needed it to do. It was thickening it up, but it wasn't not to what I wanted. So
Hmm.
yeah, apart from that, no, nothing. Just minoxidil for a few months.
Ah, so just for a few months, you didn't use it for very long.
No, no. It was good while she was using it, but the moment you stopped using it, skipped 1 or 2 days, and it was all the work was undone. So it wasn't really sustainable.
Oh, really? Even after a few days, you felt it was different?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you just research it online, or was it recommended to you?
Somebody recommended it who was using it, and they looked like they were having results with it. To be fair, they were much further along than me. So yeah, maybe I got a bit impatient and just thought, nah, it's not for me. I need a hair transplant. Let's just do this.
So, how did you go about looking for the right surgeon to do your surgery? How did you look for them?
My search started. I looked abroad. They're they're the first ports of call, I think, nowadays when people are talking about any cosmetic surgery. Looked abroad, looked at the prices, and then I don't know. I'm quite big me on after sales. The thought of having to get on a flight and go and get something fixed, I don't really want that to be an issue. So I started looking close to home. Looked in Manchester, nice and local, and then I think I found two, but then I went with the surgeon that I went with because he looked quite well established. He had a place on Harley Street, a place in Manchester, and then of all places, another selling point was he operated out of Bury, where I'm from, in North Manchester. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm big on like things are meant to be, and this is meant to be because
Yeah.
he's active in the right places, and he's quite convenient because he's in my town. So yeah, went with him, did a bit of research online, looked at the socials, happy with what I saw, so booked a consultation with him.
Ah, right. So you sort of checked them out online before you went and had your consultation.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I think we had a station and asked a few questions there, and then he was quite keen for me to come in to see the extent of my hair loss. Um, and then from there, I didn't really consider too many things other than I just need hair. And then having that consultation, we discussed other things. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this has been worthwhile, and I think you are the right person for me to come and have this done with.
When you say discuss other things, what do you mean?
Aftercare, the actual procedure in where would we take the hairs from, what that would mean, the extraction process. Um, yeah, admittedly, I didn't look into the detail as much as maybe I should have. Yeah, so he just educated me a little bit on what's involved. And then afterwards, the post um, procedure, the recovery phase, what that's going to be like, how long that takes. Um, yeah, all that good stuff.
Did he give you quite a lot of detail in terms of aftercare and what it was going to
Uh,
entail, what it was going to feel like, what you could use, or how deep did he go with that?
he explained that for the first few days would be quite uncomfortable, and he explained how they would provide me with some saline solution to
Hmm.
to help with the one keeping the donor area and the transplant areas hydrated, um, and preventing them scabbing over. Um, I think that's pretty much as far as it went. If I'm honest with you, it was focused on the first 3 or 4 days, and after that, there wasn't really much uh, advice.
Mm,
guidance from that point. So I wasn't aware that there was going to be anything from that. Actually, I thought once I get the first few days out of the way, then back to business.
yeah. And what was your biggest concern, do you think?
If it was going to work or not,
Mm,
success of it. It's quite a lot of
mm,
money, isn't it? These procedures. So I was quite keen to understand the success rate. Um, and again, you can go on the socials that he has. There's there's so many successes. So I was sold quite fast, really.
yeah. Well, that's good. You felt comfortable with him. And did you realize that you needed to ask the question to the surgeon about exactly what he would be doing in terms of the procedure and what help he would have within the surgery?
Mm,
Did you know to ask that question?
no, and I didn't appreciate. I thought, yeah, maybe he'll have someone just in the room helping him out, but I didn't appreciate that how much involvement the assistants would have until the day.
Mm. So, in terms of research beforehand, did you read about in some scenarios, technicians are actually doing more than they should be doing in the surgery, or had you not really read anything about that?
No, I didn't consider that.
No.
I thought they might a bit like a dental nurse maybe just passes them equipment and helps them
Mm,
out around the room. I didn't appreciate that they would be so involved. Actually, I was quite surprised at that, and I didn't learn that until I was in theatre, if you will.
yeah. And so your surgeon then presumably performed all of the incisions and the extractions, and then he had help with from the technicians taking out the follicles after he'd done the incisions, and then at the time in which they came, well, for the grafts to go back in, did they sort of come back in and do that, or were they there the whole time, or
So the surgeon did all the extractions, did all the incisions, and then the technicians put all the hair back in.
that's
So,
brilliant.
there was two technicians, and then he oversaw that periodically because it's quite a long process, to be fair.
It is, yeah.
So he just kept coming back and checking and making sure that he was happy with the work they were doing.
Yeah. That's great, actually. That's sort of the perfect scenario of what you want a surgeon to do. That's brilliant. Considering you had one consultation to have found really somebody like that.
Yeah, 100%. Given the little research that I say I researched it, but I imagine some people will be on blogs and for months maybe doing the research. But no, I didn't. Mine was probably a couple of days, an hour here, 2 hours there. Right, I'm done. This is what we're doing. Um, and I didn't appreciate one person couldn't do that job on their own, especially
Yeah.
putting the follicles back in. I had two technicians doing it
Mm.
simultaneously. I had 3,000 grafts, yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm not sure how many you could do in one day, really. But
That's the top end, really. That's the top end.
okay,
Yeah, it is.
because I was thinking if you had more, you'd need longer. And the day was on the actual day of the procedure. I arrived there at 9 o'clock, and by 9:10, I was in the seat, and it was full on all day. We had like a 20-minute break for food,
Mhm.
uh, but yeah, it was full on. So that makes sense, and that's the top end of what you can really achieve in one
It is.
in
If
a
anyone's
transplant.
claiming more than that, really, it's not quite right.
You're probably going to lose quality as well. I think if you went more than that, um, and that's something else that I was keen on in making sure that we didn't rush. So having one technician there, it wouldn't have worked.
No, I think generally speaking, and certainly the procedures that I've watched, there's been at least two technicians helping on the scalp, with the finishing off the extractions and then putting the grafts back in afterwards. But then there's other people in the room as well doing things like counting and sorting and organizing and also looking at the follicles under microscopes as well, making sure they're of a
Ah,
good
okay,
quality. Yeah. So I've seen quite big teams within the surgery, helping
yeah,
with other
okay.
areas of the procedure. Yeah, it's very involved, extremely involved. So then you found HT4 and you gave that a whirl. So tell me a little bit about that. How did you feel about the products?
So that was another area that I didn't research really in aftercare for getting the best results. Really, um, the surgeon was a good choice, and then using the products afterwards, I don't think I would have had the same results had I not. Because well, let's start off. We started with the balancing shampoo
Hmm.
pre like 30 days out from my
Yeah,
transplant.
right.
Genuinely
Yeah.
thought, yeah, and I was just like, oh, this is just a gimmick. This is just something you've got to do. Again, flippant as I am, and I I'd had I'd had like an issue with spots in the back of my head. I've actually got them recently, and they come and go like throughout the years. And I've tried loads of different things. I tried like supermarket stuff, tea gel, tea tree shampoo. Tried a couple of different things, and they never really seemed to work. And
Hmm.
then I started using the balancing shampoo, 30 days out, getting ready, and I didn't expect this shampoo to do anything. But within like 3 or 4 days, I had a flare up around the time that I'd started the balancing shampoo, and it cleared it up. And I've still got my balancing shampoo from that time. I've just started using it this week to manage my flare up again, actually. So that was the
Oh, right.
first.
So you had plenty in the bottle then to last you, and you've even still got a little bit left now. That's good to know.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of it. So I've got over half left of that
Mm.
bottle. So
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
that was a good product. And then from there, yeah, then we're into that I've had the procedure. I used the one from the clinic for the first 2 days, and then I went onto the hydrate spray.
Hmm.
They're obviously different products, but there was a noticeable difference between them two products in that I wasn't spraying as frequently as I needed to use the saline spray every like 30 minutes, 40 minutes,
Hmm.
whereas the hydrate was much more spaced out.
But do you think that's because actually by day three your scalp was just that little bit better? Or do you think actually as soon as you started using Hydrate, you felt more comfortable?
It was a comfort thing, yes, because I was using the saline so frequently to stop the crusting, whereas the the hydrate spray it just lasted longer, so I didn't have to apply it as frequently.
And then what day did you get onto the foam? Did you the bathe?
Day three also,
Right.
and I think that was my favorite product out of the whole
All
kit
right.
because the itching was unbearable. I don't know how people are getting hair transplants first of all without something for that period because the itching on the fourth night I couldn't sleep. I woke up at like 3 in the morning and I got up and did a foam wash because that was the only thing that would like just soothe and get rid of the scabbing. So yeah, that was my favorite product at that time.
Amazing. And within the bottle, do you feel like you had enough for the period that you needed it for?
Yes, because yeah, I didn't run out between, so I had enough of the foam. I was conscious of running out of that one because that's the one I didn't really want to run out of that.
Yeah. And so you did use Comfort then, and how did you get on with Comfort?
Comfort was nice, yeah, because again, it's just providing more. It's softening. It softened the hair. It softened the scalp. So I stopped using hydrate on day 7. So I used hydrate from day 3 till day 7, and I started using the night serum. Yeah, and by that point, the scabbing had stopped, so I didn't need the relief of the foam. But it just made. I felt like when I was in them early days, when I was like tensing my head like this, I could
Mm,
feel the crustacean sometimes trying to like build.
mm,
And the serum, yeah, the serum just eliminated that really.
yeah. And did you feel like by the morning, "Oh, I really wanna wash this serum off," or actually did it seem to sink in, or was it unnoticeable in that sense as a product on your scalp? Because obviously we're very aware of our scalp, aren't we, after having a hair transplant, so how did was that okay? Was that
Mhm.
comfortable?
Yeah, I don't recall feeling a need to take it off, but I would just
Mm,
shower in them. I would just bathe in the mornings anyway, and
mhm,
then start again just
yeah,
to keep it clean. So no, I don't think there was a need to take it off. Uh,
mm. And once you started using the Comfort, the overnight, Did you feel like in those days following on, did you cease using the hydrate spray, or did you still use that during the day?
No, I didn't need to.
Okay.
I didn't need to because the comfort serum was like almost like a conditioner. My hair was felt soft.
Now,
Uh,
know what you know now, and you've been through your hair transplant, and actually you're not even a year recovered,
no,
are you?
no, 8 months, 9 months, months.
A little bit longer than to see full results as such, haven't you?
Yes, yeah.
But do you think you would have another procedure? Would you go through it again?
I would. The only
You
thing that
would?
puts me off, yeah, yeah, absolutely. The only thing that puts me off is the numbing of the head. That is the worst
Oh,
thing. um, so the surgeon had finished the extraction, and my head was so swollen, and I think we stopped to eat then. And I come back, I was like, right, great, my belly is full. We've done that worst bit, and then it was like, right, now we need to drill the new holes. I was like, oh man. So yeah,
but
that's the
you couldn't
only.
feel anything by then.
You have to keep topping it up a little bit, but yeah, ultimately it's just like scratching, really. But yeah, I'd get another one. Yeah, can you have more than
Wow.
one?
Some people do, yeah. Because it does a hair transplant doesn't stop your hair from falling out as such. Not everyone goes completely bald, so at some point somebody's might slow down into, their hair loss may slow down, and they may not need another one. Or if they keep on finasteride and minoxidil, maybe they slow it down enough that they don't need another one. And of course, the new grafts that you've had implanted are not going to fall out; they are going to continue to grow. But it's just that if you still develop further hair loss as you get older, then you may require another one.
How are we sure that the transplanted hairs won't fall out? What's the science behind that?
Well, those follicles are different to the follicles that are in the areas where you've lost your hair, because where they've been extracted from, they are not affected by the DHT in the same way.
Right, okay.
So, and for that reason, those will stay. So, some of the hairs that are on your scalp in those areas that would have always been there, those will be the ones that are likely to be affected
Ah, okay,
if you continue to lose hair.
okay.
Of
That's
course,
positive then.
everybody's hair loss is different, so it's very difficult to tell. Just a question of time. See how it goes.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
So let's hope that you don't need one.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Well,
Um,
brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me today, telling me all about your journey to a hair transplant.
I need to confess that
Oh,
a few months ago, I was just, I don't know why, I was like, I want to change shampoos. I want a shampoo that smells nice. Because by the way, the products are great, but I was just like, yeah, I want something that smells nice. So I went back to like a supermarket shampoo, or a supermarket branded one.
yeah.
And my hair started falling out again. So I stopped using it and jumped back onto yours, and it's stopped. So I don't know if there's something in the ingredients there that that helps, but subscriber now, I think.
So presumably that's P4 that you're using. Have you been using that, the final
Yes,
two? Yeah.
yeah.
Well, of course, I mean, they will just give you the best chance of successful hair growth. They will look after your scalp. They will still keep a little bit of that inflammation down, but they will also just give you the optimum scenario for your hair to grow.
I'm all in now. I'm only going to use that product for the rest of my life, so I can't risk any hair falling out.
Well, we haven't added a smell yet because, of course, post procedure, we don't want to add any perfumes because the scalp is sensitive.
Yeah, of
So
course.
watch this space and we will get one with a nice smell.
Fantastic. Lavender, preferably.
Oh, really?
That's just my preference.
Okay, Carl, thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Thank you as well.
Okay, take
Take
care.
care. See
Bye
you
bye.
later.